Well, I'm over it. I'm over the COVID-19. I go back to work Tuesday, which is currently tomorrow. Want to give a big happy Memorial Day to everyone and talk about COVID and a few updates. This will be the last update video for quite some time, just due to the simple fact that there's really no reason to do update videos or do videos unless something dramatic happens. You guys have been a main pillar of support for me during my time of need. 2 weeks without pay. I mean, I had so many donations that I don't have to worry about that. It's outstanding. It's amazing. And boy, let me tell you, this Memorial Day couldn't be better. It's nice and sunny. It's a scorcher. It is a hot one. So, it's time to transition into what would be summer around my region, at least. I want to give an update about Jen and a few of the projects I have going on. With your continued support, I assure you I'm going to have some really, really cool projects going on. First, I want to talk about Jen. Jen is now out of the hospital, and thanks to your support, I don't have to really worry about a lot of things. I was worried about being able to make rent. I was worried about a car payment. I was worried about a lot of things, even though I have some saved back. If Jen had stayed in the hospital, I can't leave Autumn alone. I am a better class of parent than what my mother gave to me. And that's basically life, trying to do better than your predecessors. Jen coming out, she came out just in time, and now I'm able to go to work. Jen is recovering phenomenally now that she's out of the hospital, and it's just due to your prayers and support. I assure you, there's people who go into the hospital with COVID-19, and they stay there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some of them upwards into a month and further. She went in there with bronchitis, which turned into pneumonia, which was from COVID-19. So 3 illnesses at one time in the hospital. A bad time. She was telling me they would wake her up at 5 a.m. She would be getting poked with needles for blood work, and then she would be woken up and she'd be having a fever that was 104, 105, and they'd be coming in with these ice packs and putting it all over. She couldn't sleep with a blanket because they were afraid her fever would spike. Just an uncomfortable overall experience. Terrible. She couldn't even go to the bathroom properly, just due to the simple fact that they were worried she was going to dehydrate. I had it, but I had somewhat mild symptoms in comparison, and that's because I'm a vet. I did my time. I did 5 years in the military. Most people know this on my channel, but I'm getting some new supporters. I was in 101st Screaming Eagles. I was attached to 5th Group Special Forces on the base, and 160th SOAR when I deployed. But because I was a veteran, because I got stabbed with so many shots and so many immunizations, I don't think it affected me. And the more I talk to veterans, the more I speak with people who are some type of veteran of the military, they all say the same thing. Yeah, man, I had mild symptoms. It was like mild flu for me. People who didn't get those shots, who didn't go through that, and are middle-aged to older age, they're suffering greatly. Jen's grandmother died when she went to the ER. We still haven't dealt with the funeral for that. I'm sure her more direct family dealt with that. You know, we still can't really travel. We're still afraid that if we go around certain people, we'll give them COVID. Some doctors are speculating that you can be contagious up to 2 months after you've been infected with COVID. So even if we are cleared, we could still spread it to someone through sneezes or stuff like that. Autumn is doing exceptionally well. God, she didn't even barely display any symptoms. So I feel very bad that this happened because of me and my line of work. But at the same time, I understand that there really wasn't another option at the time. And a lot of people dropped the ball, especially people above me at my work. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is money. I've talked about donations, and I'm still going to go ahead and leave a link in the description below if you would like to do a one-time donation to support me, or if you would like to check me out on Patreon and support me there. No donations are required whatsoever. I'm not even really requesting it, but it is there because people do from time to time message me, hey Proto, is there a way I can help you? Is there a way I can support you? Absolutely. You're supporting me right now watching the video. You can support me by liking, sharing the video, letting other people know that COVID is a real thing and I did suffer with it. And yeah, but if you wanted to directly support me, you could do that because I got a medical bill. I just want to move into this medical bill section. Right here is my bill for the emergency room. Now, being a veteran, again, this is Memorial Day, and I'm really, really thankful that I served when I did serve with the 101st 5th Group Special Forces and 160th SOAR. Served for 5 years, went to Afghanistan. Great stuff. Good times, right? But I did get the benefits of being covered medically by the VA for the rest of my life. I want to tell you how important that is, that you have medical coverage in this country. The cover letter comes out and it says explanation of benefits. This is not a bill, and that's in bold. And it says, hello veteran, which is me, it cites my name. Enclosed is your Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, Community Care Network, CCN, explanation of benefits for the services you received. And basically it's just telling me that they paid for my ER visit and my testing. Now, I want to begin with the test. The Lab 0 General Class IF. That's 0300 cost, amount billed $165, and then the emergency room. 0 general classification, $405, total $570. Now the VA CCN approved is around $376. Basically, the VA told the hospital here, hey, your services are overpriced, and we're only going to pay you $376. I find this incredibly funny because this is the U.S. government here. You can't fight the U.S. government as the private sector. It's very difficult to fight against them, right? So if I, as a civilian, said, hey, I'm not going to pay your $600 bill there, your outrageous medical expense, okay? I'm not going to pay you $165 to shove pipe cleaners down my nose to test me if I have COVID or not. I'm not going to pay you $405 to sit in a room for an hour and a half just to be told, hey, you got COVID-19, you got 2 weeks off of unpaid vacation, and you owe us $600 collectively now. I'm not going to do that. They would say, that's cool, we're going to go ahead and send it to collections. But the VA and the CCN here basically gave them the middle finger and said, you can sit and spin, because guess what? We're only going to pay you $375. Deal with it. And now they get to go ahead and fight the VA, which I doubt they're going to win that battle. That's hilarious to me. So now just imagine Jennifer. Jennifer spent 2 weeks almost in the hospital, right? How much money would she have paid if she was not on Medicaid and Medicare? Because we are not technically legally married for that reason. I would have gone bankrupt. The cost would have bankrupted me. How would I have been able to afford $10,000 to $20,000 for her being in the hospital for an extended period of time and getting so much care, right? I wouldn't have been able to. So I'm very thankful that she has Medicaid and Medicare from the government, and I have the VA. Just because I don't have to pay the medical bills, don't mean that I don't have to pay for food, water, things like that. Those things aren't free either. And neither is the mortgage to pay off the house, neither are the car payments, things like that, man. So it is very, very helpful when people come together and donate and help. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this right here. This is a stick, basically very similar to an Amazon stick. This is possibly one of the worst NES clone systems I've ever played, and I mean it ranks up there with the worst of them. I'm really thinking about sending this to Reraz. Big shout out to him and his worst console series, because this is bad, man. So when I do this review, I assure you, you guys are really going to enjoy that content. You're really going to enjoy seeing me struggle with this, and you're going to want to know how bad this system is without spending your hard-earned money on it. So I do have some projects in the works. Finally, I want to close with my basement being flooded. It has come much better. I have been able to air it out. I've been able to keep the dehumidifier running, a fan running down there. I've bleached all the walls, but unfortunately, Autumn's dollhouse is destroyed, and you can see like just sections of it where it's destroyed, man. It's not good. There's stuff I still have to throw out that got wet, unfortunately. But I do want to say that it's really, really nice and amazing that my modded Xbox and my Sega Genesis still work. They still work perfectly fine. Everything works, and that's just because I'm a smart guy and I keep it on power adapter and I cut the power to them. I don't just keep them plugged into the walls. So I think that was a good choice on my end. And if you guys would like to see me do some videos on these systems that I have downstairs in the basement, especially my modded Xbox, you go ahead and drop a comment down in the section below. Now, with all that said, what else do I have coming down the pipeline? I have been streaming almost every night, and with my work schedule, I will be able to stream Monday through Friday, probably. So if you guys are interested in that, check me out at around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. over on Twitch, or you could just follow me on Twitter because I always post my live stream link there. Because Twitch is the same with YouTube. The notification system is just awful. It just doesn't work half the time. And for the rest of you guys that just want YouTube content, I do have a lot of Pokemon content coming down. I have some challenges that I'm going to be doing while streaming, making them into videos, and I do also have my Beta is Better series that I'm running, and there's tons of beta content that I'm going to be putting out. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, wish me the best as I go back to work Tuesday, and I really just want to give a big thank you again to everybody who supported me. Big shout outs to my Patreon subscribers, big shout outs to my longtime subscribers here, and a shout out to you right now, viewer, for helping support a guy like me and my dreams. I mean, my dreams would have been shattered. I would have had to sell so much stuff, maybe just to get by. But I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to go through the soul-crushing experience that I went through 10 years ago, selling all of the stuff that I built up as a kid, just to get by, just to get back into college, just to keep things going. And you guys made that happen. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I've been here with Protomario, and I'm signing off. As always, good gaming, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.